Welcome to Legala once again. And before we begin, we have a special guest today. I'm just going to give him a little moment to introduce himself.
Hello everyone, my name is Claude and I'm glad to be with the boys.
Welcome to the team. And we're just going to dive straight into the topic of today. So we found ourselves in the United States with different people, different tribes, and even on this table today we have people from different places. So today we just wanted to talk about tribalism. Because I know that's a big thing here in the United States, especially for the people that don't have culture in them. So I feel like it's a good topic to talk about. And before we begin, we're just gonna go around the table and everybody say their tribe and where they're from. It's just that. Tanzania Tom.
Sounds good. My name is Tom, as he said. I'm from Kenya, and I'm in a tribe known as Luo. We're like fourth largest generation over in Kenya.
Wow. Generation? Yeah.
Population. Something like that.
My fellow Filipinos. Bro, just listen now and learn. My name is Ilo. I was born in Tanzania, but I'm Congolese, and my tribe is Mbembe.
Oh,
Ekolo. What's up? Jangene. Mabio.
Atuko mabio etaendesha kwa usiku.
And I was born in Congo from a tribe called Banyamulenge, but I grew up in Kenya.
My name is Faraj. I was born in Congo, Kamanyola.
What's your tribe?
Mushi, bro. Kamanyola.
Kamanyola? What's Kamanyola?
It's a place there.
It's a place. Kamanyola.
I grew up in Kamanyola.
Wait, is that a place? That's where you like. That's your tribe.
That's a place.
Ilibon.
Ulibon.
You was born in
Yani
Kamanyola.
ni Kiswahili na English na? Nito zile.
My name is David. I'm from Congo. And my tribe is Mukusu. You know? Yeah. And I'm from the kingdom of Bakongo. You're... Yes, sir.
Well, and me, I was born in Congo, grew up in Kenya, and I'm a Mubembe. Mubembe Mbondo.
Brother,
Unasema brother,
What's that?
Unatoka huko. Ona ujama.
What's that, brother?
Huko ni kwenu. Huko ni nyumbani.
Meaning black.
And Babembe,
So tuko na mabembe wawili,
tribe,
right?
there is family. So like, for example, Francois is Mbembe what?
Mimi niko mshim inji. Bro,
What's that?
what do you mean?
hold on.
Makinji. Oh,
What happened?
for real?
You guys say it slowly.
How do you spell
No,
Yes.
listen. So in the Babembe tribe, there's a lot of other sub-tribing thing in there too. I don't know how they call it.
It's basically a family.
Yeah.
Family
So
line.
there's families in the tribe too.
Like
So I'm
family
from.
lineage, yeah.
So in the Babembe one, I'm in the family of Bashim Inji. It's just a name. I don't
Basically,
know.
it's like your house, like...
Basically, yeah. So those are my people.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yashim nyingi.
In
But
Congo,
Mshim Inji.
in Congo, how many tribes in there in Congo?
There's a lot.
So
There's a lot,
which,
like
which
300, 200 something.
tribe got the most population? Like,
Baluba.
Baluba?
Yeah.
The number one? So where does Mubembe life like the number?
I don't know.
No.
It's places.
It's undocumented.
It depends on the
It's
places.
undocumented.
It depends. No, the reason why we have a lot of Abembe in the US is because they were close to the border of Tanzania. So like when they
Yeah, and
So they're like half?
yeah,
refugees.
so
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
yeah.
Na unapenda kuongelea Babembe. I know you just want to talk about them.
Bro,
Go ahead.
To be honest, you know this tribe stuff and rules, they came from our great-great-grandpas, man. And we're still following this stuff, which are necessary right now. We can avoid those rules and tribes right now. Like, it's unnecessary. Some stuff don't even make no sense. Until
No,
today.
that's true,
But-
but I'll say you gotta keep on the
But that's what I'm
culture.
saying, you gotta make sense.
Okay, let me ask you a question for that. So do you think your kids will know your tribe when they grow up, if they grow up here in the United States?
It depends.
Especially with the mindset you're talking about, we don't really need to follow whatever our tribe's been doing back then. So do you think if you have that type of mindset, you give birth to your kids over here, especially in the United States, do you think they'll have that sense of culture in them?
Okay, me saying that in a quote, my words, this is what I say. I don't go against the tribe. I can follow them, but there's some rules I don't have to follow.
What are those rules?
These are rules in law. So you gotta, when you was born, they were not circumcised, bro. So you remove all your 6 teeth here in front of them.
What do you mean?
Like you remove all your teeth here from the 6 teeth, you're not being circumcised.
So what does that mean?
Yani
So that
kuna
means-
katiwa vitu yani.
Yani
You're
washukuru
not,
Mungu.
as a man, you're not being circumcised. So you gotta remove the front 6 teeth. So look at that. People still follow that stuff.
Damn.
And that's dumb.
No, that's
It's
dumb.
dumb, bro.
It is dumb, bro.
Yeah.
What's your think about it?
Nah.
Do you think there is something funny
Imagine.
About
you
it?
say, like this is something that applies to my
Yeah, so okay, yeah. What is something
About the
positive
tribe.
that you feel? Okay,
Okay.
I need to take this with my kids,
All my kids, I would like to say respect.
bro. That's
I'm
not a
saying,
tribe. Come
I'm
on,
saying,
bro.
no,
That's not a
sometimes
tribe thing. No, I'm not talking about. That's the basic. That's basic.
That's
Like,
surface.
I'm just talking about something really deep for your culture
That's a
that your
human
kids
thing.
gonna take on and be like, okay, this is a Luo. This is a guy from. This is a person from Luo. Based on that thing they got going on.
And after that question, we're gonna go to Luther. That one we just
Yeah.
Abana twende.
So you guys that don't really have it. Like,
No. Yes.
so what can you show that this kid is? This is a Luo. So what presents Luo to you?
So what value does like your culture hold to your kids and like your lineage?
I got a lot of pride.
Oh, you guys are pride, but that's an African thing, though. I don't think that's.
Yeah.
No, Lua.
Is it prideful bad being prideful?
It depends. It depends.
So in that sense, like proud, like it's
So if your child is prideful whenever they grow up, you say that's a Luo.
Yeah, pride with something good, not something bad. Can't be pride because you
Oh, me
don't.
potea, we. You don't know your home, you.
Yeah, no.
The culture is too deep. let me say there's a thing known as Simba. So let me say if I got a girlfriend, I gotta take her home, and I gotta have like a small house, you know, like I'm gonna be staying. Then my mama's gonna be next to it. So that's one thing. That's one of the cultures I know.
Hiyo
That would be
Mswahili
dope.
tunaita ghetto.
So if you give birth, if not you giving birth, but if you if you get a son or a daughter, so what thing about them is gonna present them as Mbembe?
You want me to be honest?
Bondo.
Yeah, like like we said, if we have that type of mindset saying that there's things in our culture that we don't really need to, there's things in our culture we don't need to
follow.
So what do you think you need to follow in order for your kid to be known as Mubembe, to be actually be identified as a Mubembe?
Let me just teach them the language.
Do you know the language?
Yeah.
Say it.
I'm gonna teach them the language. That's how they're gonna be.
I'll ask you a question.
Yeah.
What if you end up married like African American?
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
A white girl. You still or Latino. You think you're gonna teach your kids to?
No, you gotta teach them both.
Yes. Somehow I will try to make them know some little words in
Yeah.
my tribe language.
Do you think that's enough though? Because I'm pretty. Listen, we've all
Can I do something? Because for me, like I feel like, especially like nowadays, like people are being bilingual and stuff. I feel like our tribal language, they might not be of a better use. Like especially like we're not gonna use them in the business world out there. But for me,
no,
like
it's
the
actually
thing
changing.
that would be like
We're not
matter the
gonna
most
use English,
is
French in
your
Africa.
tribal influence over your kids, like your sons and daughters. I feel like that's one of the key traits like we need to like pass on, you know, like from our tribes and stuff. Like what you're saying, especially like language, because half of us here, like we can like we're not even 100% like fluent in our own language. We can write or speak 100%.
I'm about to bring up a topic that's gonna. I'm about to bring up a
No,
topic
can
that's
we
gonna.
reverse the question to you?
That's what I'm trying to bring that up. I'm trying to bring it up right now. And this topic is probably gonna take a turn because of how it is. I feel like, especially for us, Babembe, I'm just speaking for like based on what I know. I'm not speaking like okay, this is actually the whole thing. I feel like for Babembe, the only way to actually know okay, this is a person that this is part of their culture is the bride price thing.
Oh, that's true. I was actually gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
Cause
Yeah.
listen, I feel like that's the only way you can actually know or keep your culture continue through generations.
So that's why
based on that.
giving 20K.
When I
I'm not even okay. Forget about the 20K. I'm not even talking about the
When I
20K. I'm
become-
just talking about the idea of bride price. I feel like that's the only way to continue that culture,
You think
especially
it's a
to
good
Babem.
thing?
No.
Listen, we are growing up in a country that, like you guys say, people are growing up.
No,
The language is not going to be a big factor, especially because most of the time, even at home, you guys speak
Swahili.
Swahili and all of that. But even the kids that are born here, they're your siblings. They don't pick up on the Swahili. They can understand it, but they're not gonna speak it. Why? Because most of the time they spend their time in schools, and in schools they speak
true.
English.
That's true, but like when you hear, you have a good advantage too. Like you can actually travel, go back to Africa, and show them what they're missing. So like you ain't gotta just really like relate to the American or tradition,
what kind of
language, and all that.
So I feel like the main problem with this is like it's a selling point. Basically a selling point. For example, you have these characters right here. You want to sell it to someone. I have to present it like with a value that you'll be interested to you, right? For example, with our kids, we can't tell them like, oh, we teach you Swahili, but the kids themselves, they know like this thing will be of no value to me. So you can teach your sons or your daughters, or like from 5 years old to like they get 10, 15. But once they start getting like a little bit older, they'll be like, I don't need to speak Ibembe. Who am I speaking Ibembe? Like when I go to my workplace, nobody speaks Ibembe, so they won't come to that. Like
Okay, so
I don't need to speak.
So basically, you guys are agreeing with me saying that in the coming years, our cultures and our tribes are not really going to be known like that based on how we live.
I feel like if you marry another Mubembe, new Mubembe, definitely your kids gonna speak them.
Why you have to speak about Mubembe? Why can't you speak about your people?
Okay, Luo. If you marry another Luo, definitely gonna speak Luo. So that's.
No, bro.
Just an
You
example.
you speak the language?
Yes. What do you want me to say?
Hi.
Huh?
Hermano.
No, he learned something from there. You know, he had it from Obama.
Oh, okay.
But for me, like I would say like more than anything besides the language, for me the thing to pass on would be like the idea. For example, as in my 20s, you know, what has carried me from since I was young to now is the influence of my tribe, of my life. So basically how I perceive the world, everything around me, it's a way of influence, you know?
Yeah.
So like it's almost like I've been trained to see things in a certain way, you know?
What?
I've been trained to see things in a certain way or interpret some messages in a certain way. It's like almost like you're trying to decode a message.
Would you?
But
that's what we
no,
do.
here's the
Would you
thing.
love your kids to do
Look.
like you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
No, the difference is,
What if
you
they
know,
don't want?
It's passing an idea. You're passing an idea.
but
to
you
them.
know what? You know the difference between you right now and your kids in the future. You actually been to that experience in Africa. Actually,
Yes.
bringing that experience here.
Exactly.
Them, they're born here.
No, true. Okay, it doesn't matter
gonna
if
be
they're
hard,
born
bro.
here.
Okay. For them to understand actually what you're saying, because they haven't actually lived that experience of what you're saying.
Exactly.
Because you actually had a sense of it coming with it from Africa to here. So it's actually easy for you to understand it. But what I'm saying is for the kids that are actually your kids that are gonna be born here.
Oh.
How
So-
that transition?
You're basically saying how you pass on that
Yes.
message.
Oh, no, you gotta
That's
teach
what
them.
my question is. Do you think that tribalism is gonna continue in the future generations? Do you think it's gonna? Because as of right now, some of us are already forgetting what our tribes is.
I will
In the
never
future, I
forget.
think
Can't
like
forget.
They got something to say.
our kids will be like Americans and stuff.
No.
Honestly,
You know
can
what?
actually
Because
prevent
it's just
all that.
us, even me and you right now, bro. We call ourselves Babembe, right? But to be honest, when it comes to speaking the language,
We don't.
it's
And that's what I'm saying.
No, okay,
Like,
it's actually
you don't need to be perfect in that.
no, that's
if
true.
you know
No,
a little
tribes
basics,
is way deeper
it's
than
good.
That's fine,
just
yeah.
language.
That's just the language.
Yeah,
And that's what
there's
I'm
a lot
saying.
of stuff that you can actually keep in the tribe, like the traditional, like the way they dress, the way you eat,
I mean,
like
yeah.
all that, like really play a big
Yeah,
part
it
in
doesn't matter.
the tradition.
Not a must you gotta speak the
Yeah,
language.
it's
The
not-
way
it's
they
not-
dress, eat.
It's not always about the
Okay,
language.
so guys, I
everything.
have a question. So guys, don't y'all think tribalism was obviously was created by someone just like you? You know what I'm saying? Just think about it.
I wouldn't say just someone.
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't just
No, it
one
is-
someone. I feel like it was created in a community. It was a group of people.
basically families.
Yeah, it was families.
Yeah, so would you not say that it
No.
was a way of like survival? Obviously.
No, yeah, got the
But
wrong.
like, if you learn the Mwembe history,
You got the wrong
it came
information.
from two people. Like it was, I forgot the name. It was two.
Bro.
No,
It was a father and obviously a wife.
So, do you think actually people that created that tribalism thing, they wanted to keep people together, or what?
yes, yes. No. Look, before, like the reason why we have all those tribes, right, in Africa, is because First of all, the Congolese map was created by Europeans, so we didn't really have the chance to actually like develop ourselves. So the reason why we have so many tribes is because like we used to have like different type of language. Let's say like Houston speak a different type of language. Dallas speak a different language. Yes, no, you're right. Austin speak a different type of language. So that's how it used to be like before. But that's the reason why we have so many tribes.
So that's why people starve.
Yeah, so no, when they came, so like that's when they came to Africa. So that's the reason why Congolese history, African history in general is so deep.
So
like there's so much stuff we have.
So by the help of white people, that's why Congolese started.
No. Okay. Okay. When they came, they created a map that was like that actually divided some countries in Africa. Mm-hmm. So like let me say an example first. So when they divided the Congolese map, there was a part of Congo and Rwanda before used to be together in Belgium. Yeah, before not the same language, but like the map before that it used to be like actually connected. Then, but it was like an all different tribe, an all different kingdom.
So how do they normally like communicate? How do they used to communicate?
No, so like they speak their own languages. Like every tribes have their own language. That's the reason why Babembe have their own language. It's like it used to be like different kingdoms, different countries. So like that's how it used to be. Like when Europeans came, they destroyed everything. So like that's how we have to. Then it's like let's say I create a circle right here. Everybody in that circle, that's the country they come from. So that's how it is. So yeah, it's way deeper, bro. There's a lot of stuff we have to
For
know.
me, from my understanding, I think tribalism was more of like surviving, like because it was a lot of groups, you know. Yeah. Mm-hmm. This is how we're gonna do it to survive in this, you know what I'm saying?
And that's what I'm saying. He was to keep the families together, to survive together.
But like now,
But I feel like it's the same way even right now to try to extinguish between this tribe and this tribe, so just they can continue, keep it going.
There's positive.
What do you mean? Is it working? It's not. It is working. It is working.
Sometimes it destroys.
How is it destroying?
If you wanna gossip, so we don't want him to hear. Kibembe, speak Kibembe.
No, for me, I would say like it's always like a human instinct to always want to survive, and one of the things that was created is basically like families. Families will have a tribe of people that come together to try to find a way to survive. And obviously that, for example, we can look even like history, through history, like Mongols, like from China, East China or whatever you want to call it. So like they come together to try like trying to conquer places to find
territory
or to feed their families. Same thing with like families, they come together, tribes, to find a way to take care of their people. For example, like my tribe, since I was born until like I was like, I want to say 8, I had never seen a homeless person.
Yeah?
I had never seen a homeless person because...
Congo?
Yeah, I had never seen a...
No, Congo.
Wait.
What do you mean where?
Where?
He just wants to attack Congo.
No, it's okay.
Where I was born and where my family is in from Congo, there was no homeless people. Do you know why?
Okay, I'm not talking.
Why?
Because the tribes, they will take care of their own people. So for example, if I know like I have a relative of mine that is financial like struggling and stuff, so my whole like family close relatives, like we like come together and support them.
Exactly, and that's
question.
And that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
As we're speaking right now, you think they still do that?
Yes,
like
they do.
Yes,
they do.
Still do it.
In Africa, yes. I don't
But
know.
the thing is like what I said, the Mongols, do we see them anymore? No. Why? Because like the world is changing. So for example, like people who left Congo, like they here like in US, Australia and stuff, obviously the circle is not tight as it is in Congo because people they have begun to separate and integrate with other people. So once you start having like different ideas from different people, now you start losing who you are. And for example, imagine this cup was full of water, right? So every single time you go, damn. Look at now. The water was full, but look. So it's like the same thing. Like
It was full.
Water, but
he was drinking it, so he.
So imagine this is you. Like if the cup is full, right? Is full. This is you with your tribe. So every single time, like you integrate with different people, your tribe is being reduced within you.
But intermarriage or what?
Not
By
into marriage, just
interacting
anything.
with other people.
Anything.
For example, you live in America, right? You have interacted with Hispanic people. Every single time you interact with Hispanic people, like you lose a part of you that is from your culture. So
Yes.
English has become your
Tom.
number one language. You
Tom,
rely on English to communicate.
when you came here, Tom, when you came over here, you was very low.
You was
But now look at you. You look like a Black American. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Bro didn't have this.
Yes.
You didn't have
What do you think? What do you think that is?
America came from? Kenya.
And that's what I'm saying. That was my question. So as the time goes, do you think even your kids will have that
You're
sense
gonna
of
adapt with the
culture
environment.
in them?
Yeah, the
They're
environment
not.
for sure.
So that environment over there, that
Yeah,
Exactly.
they still got the same.
Even them,
culture,
if they go over there, they're gonna adapt with the environment.
And that's what I'm saying. What are you gonna do to continue that? That's my question.
For me, I'm speaking on my behalf. I keep on talking to my
I
mom.
personally feel
Lord.
like it's not gonna. You can pass
We
to
know-
your child.
Yes, you
Your child-
can.
Yeah, your child is hard.
So basically, you're saying the people
we
that
have the best advantage.
the people that here in the United States that give birth to their kids here,
If it's
in the future, they're not gonna have a sense of culture
They
in
can.
them.
You
They
are.
can. It depends.
But the thing is, you
Depends
know,
with the person. Depends
That's what I'm
with
saying. If you marry Mbembe and you
Yes.
Mbembe, I think the connection will still grow.
I don't think it's gonna die. You know why? You know why? Because there's people that have been here in the United States for a longer time, and their culture is continuing till now. You know why? There's people that still coming. People are still coming from Africa to here. It's not dead. What do you mean it's dead?
It's actually getting big.
It's not about speaking the language, but you see how the sense of culture in you. Yes, that's what, and that's my question. Okay. I didn't wanna go into this topic. Okay, I didn't want to go into this topic, but so what distinguishes between us Africans and the people here in America?
If I look at you right now, hold on.
No.
Okay, let me
Yes,
answer you.
yes.
If I look at him, he got a durag. That's Mbembe stuff.
Bro, it's not about that. But no, you guys are not understanding. You're not understanding.
Another thing.
And that's what I'm saying. It's not about the physical appearance. I'm not talking about physical appearance. It's about you knowing your culture.
Exactly.
It's not about the physical. No, I'm not talking about your. I did not talk about your ponytail. I did not talk about your ponytail. I'm just saying. No, but you guys are not understanding.
I understand what you're
I'm not talking about the physical appearance.
one by one.
All I can say is adapting with the environment.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
I know what you mean. I know.
That's
What I'm saying is, I'm not talking about the physical appearance. I'm talking about the sense of culture. You knowing where you're from, you knowing the culture, but behind everything about yourself. That's what I'm saying. I'm not just talking about the physical appearance, of course.
That's what I'm saying.
What do you mean? How are they gonna know if you don't?
They're not gonna know. Listen. What do you mean? If you pull up with the durag. Hold on.
Say
I'm
it,
not
just
saying the
say it,
durag
just
is
say it,
bad.
just
though.
say it.
You pull up with a durag on your kid. Ah, my dad be pulling on the durag, man. Have you ever seen your dad wearing a durag?
Why would I pull up? Why would I pull up with the?
Actually, that's interesting. That's interesting.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
If I
interesting.
got a
You see-
ponytail, look, I put my hair.
No, hey, come on, bro. No,
That's not whose culture is that?
no, bro.
You're not understanding what I'm saying.
that's
Whenever
that's
I'm
different,
talking,
so-
so you think whenever I'm having kids, I'll be presenting you present yourself the way you are right now.
No. Ask him the question.
Ilu.
Do you think you still dress the same way your parents used to dress?
Yes.
No.
Hey, my dad be dripping, man. That's me. I swear.
I have a question.
My dad be, hey,
What's the biggest practice in Bembe, like tradition, like culture stuff? You said it was marriage, you know, like the way we do things. So like, do you think your kids will practice it?
Yes.
That and listen, that depends on me.
Yeah, that's
if
what
I
I'm
put that
saying.
on them, they will
That's
practice
the same thing I
it.
was
So what about your kids' kids?
If I put that on my kids, then they decide whether they want to put that on their kids.
They're not gonna be strong. Like
Listen, most of the time, no, they're not.
You go against
Listen.
them, then you are like putting
exactly.
No,
Like you forcing them to be in that.
Listen, so you think all these people that are doing this, they are actually 100% committed to it. That's something their families come together. The families come together. Those families are coming together. You don't decide it by yourself.
So what
The
if your
families
kids
come
marry
together.
African American or Hispanic? You see, you can never control.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, look.
You can't control that, David. And because my dad, I give a bride price. I'm not against it. I'm just saying, cause I'm married Hispanic. They don't know that stuff. Some of them, bro.
You guys are proving my point of what I've been saying from the beginning.
It's up to you.
I asked you a question. Do you think the generation coming, they're gonna continue with the sense of culture that we have right now?
No, it depends with you. It depends with the
It's gonna
parents.
be hard.
It depends on the parent. You cannot just say.
Something, guys. Look, you might have for your kids, yeah, they might, but like your kids.
Yeah.
What about your?
But if my kids follow it,
It's gonna
If my kids follow it
the right
what do you
way,
think?
I'm
What do you
gonna
think
pass it down.
My kids gonna pass it down to them too.
This is America. You can never force someone to do
No,
that.
it's not about forcing anything.
That's
bro.
like
you don't force
if you
anything.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
Since everyone is saying like, in the next generation to come from my kids' kids, this thing like they will continue doing this thing. So what's our selling point to these kids that they need to keep doing this? Because for example, they might say like this generation we're changing. Dad, we're changing. Paying 20K for a bride is too expensive. How about we just buy a house or rent?
And that's what I asked. And that's what I asked my question.
Yeah.
And that's what I asked the question.
Yeah.
What is gonna distinguish us Africans from different cultures or from different people from different places?
Okay.
What is gonna make us? What's gonna differentiate us?
I feel like
from that?
For me, the best way, I could take my kid to Africa. You see, when I take him to Africa, he can see where I grew up.
Yes.
Teach him some stuff.
Yes.
That's how he'll understand. By him seeing it.
Yeah,
he's
not
gonna
here.
grow in
Not to grow
But like
here.
if we talk to him right here, he see what they do it. I'm gonna take him back to Africa, see how they do it,
Yes.
and then that's how he's gonna learn.
'Cause most
and,
of
then, and then tell like maybe his great grandpa tell his kid, bring your kids to Africa and see
Yes.
how they grew up.
Summer.
You know,
Okay,
that will help. It will help a little bit. I'm not
Not
saying
a little bit. It will help a lot,
It will help
Tom.
a little bit. Not a lot.
To be honest, it's gonna help a
I
lot.
like it though.
It's not forcing, bro. You can.
Exactly. What about the people that cannot afford to take
for
their kids
example,
back?
You're not saying that.
You can afford.
For example, a flight from here to
We can.
Only
one of them
$1,000,
coming back.
bro.
Huh?
$1,000.
There's
Yes,
two.
you
It's
can
2K.
afford it.
2K.
Kwenda kurudi.
You can. It doesn't matter. We can.
You
afford
gotta find a way if you want it.
Yeah.
No, we say people who don't have the means. We say there's people who don't have the means.
Africans?
It's not everyone. Yeah, there's.
It's not gonna work.
Okay, so basically, okay. My question is,
So the
for
best,
you guys,
Yeah.
for you, my question is, so you guys will not.
the best.
You are not gonna put culture on your kids. So you're just gonna let
I
them.
would love to.
No, basically that's what you're saying.
I will apply, but I will know.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Right there,
saying.
this thing
I
will
would
die.
love
Let it, no, it's not
I
gonna
would
die.
love to.
Trust me, it's not gonna die. Cause there's
Do not
not.
put them to not teach
It's not. I don't think it's
your
gonna die.
culture.
It's not gonna die.
Kumpeleka Africa, bro.
No.
So that's the only best way to take them.
For me, on my opinion, what do you think?
Like Tom.
Yeah, I feel like it's the best way. You take
Yeah,
them
take
back
your
home.
kids.
It is the best way, but it's not the only way.
They see
But
it.
you know
They
the thing is,
practice it.
you guys are thinking, you guys are the
Yeah.
only
Yeah.
people here in America
Take them to
that-
Yarugos for 3
about
months.
this generation talking about he's
You
gonna die.
understand, like, they gotta get used to the.
Exactly.
For example, my uncle. I have never seen my uncle. You think if I see them, I'm gonna have a normal conversation like, oh, this
Never,
is my best
bro.
friend. No, man.
No.
I'm
Even like, what is he talking
Come
about?
on, man.
But the thing is, your families do have those conversations.
But it's not me. They are them. It's
You know-
not me.
No, that's what
I
I'm
have a
saying.
right to choose.
Exactly.
You know why it would die, bro?
Yeah, you
Even
right.
yourself, right? As Babembe here in Houston, Texas, we have a president. When they call us for the meetings, you don't like to go because you say whatever they say is nonsense.
No, you know.
So you think
No, it's not about that.
kid will think it makes sense?
There's a difference. There's a
No, that's
there's a
not-
difference.
no,
But I still know my culture though.
No, that's
but
lack of
you
unity.
understanding. I still know my culture.
So what about those people?
It
who
would
don't-
die.
I don't. What do you mean?
die.
It's not gonna
It will
die.
die.
If you decide to
You
continue,
don't even know your own language right now.
Depends with
it's
you.
not about the language. I'm talking about speaking it.
That's how it starts. That's how it starts.
Part of it. That's part of losing.
That's part of
It's
it.
part of it. Yes, it's part of it.
Part of it,
But still, that doesn't mean
Them two
that.
don't agree. Let's
No,
go.
I'm not gonna agree on that because I know.
There's a reason why I'm saying that. There's a reason why I'm saying that.
Nyonga kiuno, mtu wake lazima anyonge kiuno.
I thought he's gonna know for sure. I don't care. That's my traditional dance. He's gonna know. What the fuck?
Like dancing,
They're gonna
that's
know.
it. Dancing, you can, that's something interesting.
No,
used to dance,
bro. You
That's
see,
it.
you
But
see
I
that
mean, languages,
you see
man.
how the way it used to be before, like the way African Americans grew up over here, right? They were liking their side of African, like their African traditional side. So like that's why they created a new traditional, like the way they wear, the way they talk. Because like before, they have to adapt to a new environment. So now, you see now they're coming back to Afrobeat is bringing them back to Africa.
But you think-
They're learning like
You
more
think every
about African
American
countries.
like that?
No, it's not. But it's like most of them they don't know. They don't know about like
Think young
the
boy
African
will
side.
know.
You gotta
Young
teach
boy-
them.
You gotta tell
You
young
gotta
boy.
teach- they're gonna have him.
You
You think
Nigerian.
young boy will listen to them?
Dude, what you mean?
Young boy, hey,
young boy,
hey,
baby
hey,
mama.
hey, Patrick, you
She's
think young
like
boy gotta
one of
listen to
the
that?
she's African.
That brother is the diamond plan.
Hey,
But
no.
and that's what I'm saying.
No.
You know them.
You look, it's up to
You know the
to decide,
difference. No,
okay.
the difference is them. They never actually like. It comes back to tribes. It's never gonna be. It's never gonna be the parent. It's just the family.
No, I'll say it's just lack of.
Those tribes that are around People see them.
Look at you. Right
And
now.
they're gonna ask questions.
If you look at him right now,
They're gonna ask questions.
You know it happens in Congo when people go from the village to the city, they lose the chain.
No.
They have it in them.
That's a lie.
No.
You never been in Congo. Why is he saying? No, which city? In Congo? In Congo, yes.
If you have it,
What is history? See, I don't know.
you know, like,
It was never created. It was the same thing as. It is.
These are the great ones.
What's the name of them?
It is.
What's the name of that tribe?
Baluba speak Kikongo.
They have Kiluba,
No. Kikongo. All of them speak Lingala. It's like this.
They have their own language.
No, even you see.
Yes, that's the whole
Yes, they
Baluba have
do.
Kiluba.
But you Lingala have their language. Yes, but that's the main language. It was never created for. The same way we have Swahili, do. The same way. That's our. That was the biggest kingdom in Congo, and that's the language. That was the main language. That's the reason why we have Lingala. That was the main language.
So do you expect every Congolese person to speak Swahili?
No, you tripping?
Swahili?
No. Not one of them. Not one of them.
But you know,
If you want to.
Congo be tripping, bro. If
What
you
you
if
mean?
you was born in like on the east
No.
and it west, right? And you go to the capital. If you don't understand French or Lingala, they see you like you are shit.
No.
It's right there, bro.
But that doesn't still change. You still have the culture in you. That doesn't change anything.
So guys, listen, right? Before we end this,
would you feel
the
bad
culture
like
will
they
be
do
dead in the future.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
not.
I don't think it
will.
You guys are thinking you guys are the last generation. There's generation that we they have generations and generations.
If we like this,
They've had generation and
if
generation.
we like this,
It's not gonna end.
No, that's
It's
you.
not gonna end.
wait, if we like this, right? What makes you think your kids we follow?
See, and that's
why
the
your
thing.
dad used to
You're
do?
just focused on one part of it.
You confused
You're
me,
just
brother.
focused on one part of it. There's a lot of
What's the stronghold? What's the stronghold?
you confused?
Give me one
What you mean
thing.
confused?
A stronghold. That you know,
Confused.
but this one is gonna be strong in the culture. Give me one thing, like you know for sure.
What do you mean?
Like
He
one
mean
stronghold.
what he said.
Language.
No, you see, language.
No, it's not language. No, it's not language. It's not language. Listen, it's not language.
What is it?
It's not language. Knowing where your people are from.
So that's gonna make you.
I was born in Nigeria. That's it. Not enough. Bro. So they have to practice it.
Practice.
They have to see
know how to
it.
cook.
But then they will be living here.
They're gonna leave.
Go to school and see young
They're
boy.
gonna be willing. They're gonna be willing.
Come back and see their dad with a gun.
With the
What makes you
chain.
think?
Show the chain, man.
Oh, okay.
No, but I have a serious question.
Oh, it's like being a Christian, but you're not acting like one.
Right.
You're not one.
Yes.
No, I genuinely have a question. So we all saying this stuff like you are saying basically ask you a question like you have a direct on and you said but you still know your culture. So it's like your kids when they see you like you have to express like you are like your culture and stuff, you know?
Exactly.
You have to express it's more than just saying like I know it.
But you're not practicing it.
There's a different communication when you are showing the example.
That's what I said. Take him over.
It's
Take him over there to Africa.
Yeah, it's like someone is saying like do what I say, know what I do.
Exactly.
But what you're doing is telling me more than what you're saying.
Like I say, Lamborghini.
So like for me, I would say like for example, like think of Nigerians, the way they be dressing. But now they're getting more popular and like everyone's like, oh man, like they're dressing
food, yellow
is
fry,
very
yeah.
distinct from like everyone else. Like it's very different. Like it's wow, like I would want to learn more about this. So for me, like I would say like it's like for us to pass on like our tribe or like culture and stuff,
To make it strong.
we have to express it like in a way like that our kids when they see us be like, oh man, like I wanna learn.
And that is the
No, and that's what you guys are not
better.
understanding. I asked you that question. How can you do that? What did you guys say? Yeah, we're not gonna tell our kids that. That's what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying.
No, because my question was, what can you do to make it to make it continue?
And I quote. Exactly. Actions speak louder than words.
What can you do?
That's what I'm doing. Take my boy to Africa, bro. Show him the culture.
You know, no.
You guys went straight and said, yeah, he's gonna die. What are you gonna do to make it continue instead of
That's the only way I can.
what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do to make it continue? You guys say he's gonna die.
You're the one gonna kill you.
So meaning you're the one that's gonna kill it. You're the one that's gonna kill it.
You know what?
Yes.
I do have a control
You know what?
over my son. What is he gonna do?
See, and that's what
Okay, wait.
you guys are talking about yourself.
Wait, Francois. Before I'm saying he's gonna die, you know what? Even you yourself, you don't even know your own culture 100%.
Okay, and you know what? And you know why I'm disagreeing. You know why I'm disagreeing on why he's gonna die. because we are speaking on what we know. There's people here in America that still practicing that culture, and it's not few
of them, bro.
It's not, bro. I trust you. It's not free,
You think we have a Chinatown like Babembe town here?
Exactly.
bro. They have they have a member community everywhere.
But they don't respect. If you
will die.
I'm not talking about me.
When you become the
You
president,
guys are talking about the whole generation. The whole generation is not only you yourself. It's the whole generation as of right now.
This dude don't understand.
Percentage of
The thing
what?
I don't understand is
You guys are not the only generation that's
that's what
been
I'm
here.
telling him, bro.
These people have been here and the culture is still continuing.
Tell me when they start coming to the United States.
A long time ago.
in the early
Bro, I wouldn't know that.
No.
Yes, a long time ago. When? You tell me when.
2000.
Bro, a long time ago.
2000.
There's people that have been here for more than 50
are you
years.
saying Congolese or Babembe?
Babembe too. All of
Bro,
them.
It's not few. You only the people you know, but that is not few. No.
After 1996,
They
after 1996, that's when they started bringing more refugees. Yes.
Nah, trust me,
That's
it's not gonna die. It's not.
Started 99.
No.
Was born
96. 96.
You adapt with the environment.
96, that's where it got more big.
It's really, really
But it's not gonna die.
It can
That's what I'm
die. It
saying.
can die. It will.
It's not gonna die.
96, 97.
It's not gonna
Why
die.
it's not gonna die?
Trust me, it's not gonna
Congo
die.
is big, bro.
It's not Congo. I'm
Congo
talking
is
about the
big.
tribe.
My tribe is not gonna die.
On your kids.
They got me. I'll teach them everything.
All right, guys.
Now, because
No,
here's the thing.
Let us know in the comments.
everything depends
what you
on
think.
me.
What you think, bro?
Yeah, because this conversation is not gonna.
We have 20 seconds.
It's not gonna
20
end.
seconds?
Okay, so before we finish this, I just wanted to. I guess everybody came up with their own things. People say he's gonna die.
For sure.
I'm saying it's not gonna die.
Never die.
But in your on the comments, you guys tell us, do you think
Our culture.
our culture or our cultures are as of right now